It's Chris from criSam Acrylic Pouring. We're based in East Sussex in the UK, and thank you for joining me today. Hello. Julie Vatcher, the wonderful UK artist, and myself decided to challenge each other to try and create a painting from a photograph. So we each chose each other's photograph, and then we decided what size of canvas we were going to do it on, and this was going to be a landscape canvas, and this is the process that I went through to get to my end result. This was the photograph that Julie sent me. It was taken by her husband John, who is a wonderful photographer, and I've included a link to his Instagram page in the description of this video. His photo grabbed me because you've got this beautiful flash of blue in the sky against this stormy kind of background, all the clouds and everything. It's just really dramatic. I just printed out this grayscale version of the photograph. That's where the blue is. That's really, really shouts. So I'm looking at like these bands of tones here. So it's going to be quite difficult because it's quite a grey painting, but that just blue just really shouts. I most probably won't put the figures on. I may draw in the headland bit. It depends how the painting works out. So I'm kind of thinking about it in zones. Also, the size of the canvas that I'm using is very landscape, and you're most probably not going to have this bit in. I'm kind of more about the sky. That's the part that's pulling me in. So I'm going to start thinking about the zones of the painting. So I'm most probably going to take it up to about here. Okay, and you've got a section here. You've got some sky here, clouds here, and you've got the blue, and then clouds, clouds. Okay, so this is what I came up with, and this is how I broke down this photograph. Now, the photograph is going to be inspiration. My painting may not look anything like it, but it's my starting point. So I've broken, this is just a rough thumbnail sketch that I've done, where I've broken down what I want to do. The canvas is 58.3 by 36. It's just a rough thumbnail, gives me an idea. So dark grey and white, then very dark grey, and then that's where the land is, which I'm not going to attempt when I'm doing the pour. I may add that afterwards, depends. Then you've got grey, and then dark, and you've got that flash of blue, which is most probably going to go in a total line. In the the photograph, sorry, it's just a blue section here. And it's reflected down in the sea here, but I'm not going to be having that in. So you've got a blue section, then light blue-grey, and then dark blue-grey. So what I'm going to do is, it's just very grey, this photograph. So to help it out, I'm going to add some cerulean blue to this grey section and some sky blue light to this section, just to create some depth and different kind of tones, or else it will all look very grey. So I've decided on the colours I'm going to use. I'm also going to add silver into this grey, and that will just add a bit of sparkle, and it's just trying to get that quality of light. The skies are very transparent. You see colours underneath colours, and I just thought if I use silver, it will just add a bit of light reflection, and it will lift some of the greys. I don't want a totally grey painting. I may end up with a totally grey painting, but that's not what I'm looking for. So for my greys, I'm using silver, Payne's grey, a neutral grey, white and Prussian blue. And like I said, in the sky sections, I'll add a small bit of cerulean and a small bit of the sky blue light. And then for this kind of blue strip, I'm going to be using cerulean, blue and sky blue light. So this is how I'm going to fill my cups. and I've split it into 5 cups, can't count. So you've got the sea, land, and then the start of the sky, the light blue, the blue part of the sky, darker sky, and that's where I add a bit of the cerulean, and the lighter sky, that's where I add in some small bits of the blue. Not adding loads, it's just little small sections. And that's how I've broken down the painting. So we shall see how it works out. And again, like I said, the photograph is an inspiration. This is my layout for cups. So this is going to be the sea, the start of the sky, the flash of blue, very important, and the rest of the sky. For all the sea and the cloud sections, I'm using Payne's grey, which will create some darkness, a lot of the neutral grey, the iridescent silver to lift everything, flashes of white but only in small amounts, and Prussian blue to add a bit of darkness as well. And I just vary the levels of these in the different cups and sizes. Now the actual flash of the beautiful blue is just a combination of the cerulean blue and the sky blue light, and that will just create this beautiful, lovely blue colour when they merge together. I had really packed on the cups for this one, so it was a bit of a tight squeeze fitting them all on, but I managed to do it and didn't manage to spill too much paint. Good luck. Woohoo! I don't want to torch at the moment, so I'm just getting rid of some of the big ones. Once I had got rid of all the air bubbles, I made sure all the sides were covered and the paint was spread over the bare canvas so that when I did my tilting, the paint would flow in a better way. I was ready to start my tilting, and I just do this in a really slow way. I try to be as controlled as possible with the paint, which sometimes it just goes everywhere. But I just do a really simple straight lift and just try and keep an eye on what the paint's doing. And it's difficult the larger the canvas is, but if you just take it slowly, hopefully it works out okay. I have sped up this footage. If there are any sections that I thought were going to be difficult to cover with my tilting, I added more paint. If you're doing a canvas where you don't mind about straight lines, you can just bend the paint and move it to cover the areas you want, but I'm trying to keep the paint relatively straight, so that's why I add more paint. When I finished tilting, I gave it a wee torch. Now at this stage, I realised that that white section halfway down was too white. So I did actually do some dry swiping with some card and just poured some more grey across. didn't add extra paint, I just poured it across. And also the sky was doing my head in. The top part with the sails, I didn't want those sails there. You always get sails when you don't want them. So I also dry swiped this section as well, just to knock the sky back a bit. Unfortunately, I didn't film when I was doing the dry swiping because I was panicking a bit, so I just went for it. But this is how the painting looked after I had finished doing the dry swiping. You can see there's more grey now in the white section, and in the top part of the sky where I had loads of like these random sails, I've also knocked it back and you can see it's a lot smoother and flowing. It's time for a little bit of Julie Vatcher. I sent Julie 4 photographs and this is the picture she's decided to paint. It's by a photographer called Ali Black and it was posted on one of the free to use Facebook groups. Here's a wee snippet of Julie in action. If you would like to see Julie's full video and her final painting, then please do go to the description and you'll find a link to her video. Her final painting is really beautiful and she did such a great job of capturing the essence of the photograph. When the painting dried, I was looking at it and I decided that the top of the white band I didn't really like. I wanted to knock that back a bit into the distance, but I decided not to go all the way along because it looked like a wave coming over. So I just darkened the left-hand side of it. Here's my painting in the flesh. It's very grey and moody, this painting, and the flash of blue really shouts out in the middle. And I absolutely love the bottom part of the painting, the way it looks like it's kind of flowing down off the canvas. I'm so glad I knocked back the sails in the sky because that helps it recede and it looks really pretty. Using the iridescent silver, you can see it gives the painting a real shine and gleam and adds a certain depth to it. So here's the comparison of the original photograph and my painting. Yes, they're not a match, but you can see hopefully the influences of the photo. As ever, it was really great fun working with Julie. She's such a lovely person to chat with and her work is so beautiful. I hope you found this video instructive and inspiring. Using a photo is really a great way to work. Just remember, if it's not your photo, you need to make sure you have permission to use it. Do take care, and if you would like to see further paintings, please do subscribe. Speak to you soon. Bye.